What's up, everybody? Welcome to the inaugural episode of Big West Banking. This is my fishing tube. Just a dude trying to figure out how to become a better fisher, enjoying the peace and tranquility that comes with fishing. Today we are here at Fletcher's Cove on the Tidal Potomac. Great spot for all introductory level anglers, or if you're just a seasoned vet. Here you can see they're fitting me up with some shad darts, life vest. I actually came for my first time up to Fletcher's Cove to rent out a rowboat. Something I hadn't done but had been curious about. Shout out to my man Thomas, I believe his name was. They have a super easy process where they send you the waiver via your phone, lets you fill it out, and then you can get straight to it. So as you can see, straight to the boat, got my fishing gear, got the waders on in the boat. Why? Why not? First thing I always pick up is that jig. Can't go wrong with the jig. Bitsy bug, jig, anything you can find at Walmart or Bass Pro Shop. I like to put the little power bait champion craw on that bad boy. Rage craw or a bandito bug also works. Water was lightly stained. A little bit of clarity on the upper fourth of the water, so closest to us. So I decided, let me throw something that looks a little bit realistic. Honestly, I primarily use the jig just to get a feel for what the bottom could look like. Is there any rocks down there, any structures? Because they're weedless, never a bad option. No bites on the jig, so I decided to go with a little bit of that power dough. Again, that bright chartreuse color, maybe put it on a little hook, or just get a glob of it and put it on the end of a spinner. Something just to add or double up on that color profile, that flash profile. There's a lot of shad at Fletcher's Cove, so I'm trying to just diversify whatever I throw. Again, this is me just exploring options, tossing a whole bunch of stuff out there and seeing what sticks at the end of the day. Right here, using one of my favorite rods, and honestly one of my cheapest, $25 at Walmart. It is a ice fishing rod by Ugly Stick that I have named Pee Wee. Pee Wee is always on me. Again, just a super lightweight, medium light rod. Nothing more than maybe 4 to 6 pound test for the line. And I toss Pee Wee out there just to have some fun. Actually have caught fish, mostly catfish, surprisingly, on Pee Wee. But he's always a good go-to. As you can see here, we're struggling a little bit with figuring out how to row. I am a big body, 6'3", 310, big baby. So figuring out how to row my big butt in this rowboat was a challenge. Lost the oar a couple times. Definitely a learning experience, but once you get it, you get it. Shout out to Fletcher's for having anchors on hand, or else I would have been just drifting down the Potomac, and that would have been eekity deekity. We went back to that jig. Again, just checking out what's over underneath these trees. Again, because it's weedless, I'm not scared to throw this thing under trees. It is slowly becoming a confidence lure for me. My jig bites aren't as plentiful as my chatterbait bites or my crankbait bites, but definitely learning a little bit more about the jig, where to throw it, how to throw it, and what it can do for me. So, Pee Wee wasn't biting, jig wasn't biting, so I rigged myself up a little high-low shad rig. So got a little shad dart up top, and then I believe it is just a spinner. So something I can kind of throw actively, right? So shad dart just to get the lower, get that line a little bit lower, and then the spinner just something with a little bit of flash. Also a little bit more fun, just because I can actively retrieve it, and do more with it. Just keeps me occupied. I got fishing ADHD, so I fish kind of fast. I kind of move between a lot of different lures. Mostly because of excitement, mostly because, and then more so because, you never know what the fish are going to be biting on. So never hurts to diversify what you work with. Again, more rowing in my rowboat because I think I'm snagged here. Nope, not snagged. Decided to just pick up the anchor and just drift. Uh, my own version of trolling in a rowboat. Probably wasn't effective now that I think about it with all that splashing and noise I'm making, but it is what it is. So, sick of the jig, decided to move on to something a bit different here. So, again, one of my confidence baits is always going to be that Chatter Daddy, Simple Z-Man from Walmart, $5 lure. I'll toss on white flukes with this. You'll see the information for that come up soon, maybe. If not, yeah, go with a white super fluke by Zoom. Toss that on the Chatter Daddy. I go with the Uni Knot. One, because it's the easiest knot for me to tie. Fingers just work that way. I got big fingers. Two, just I guess you can't go wrong with it. Some people are Palomar people. I just find the Palomar too tricky for my big fingers. Clip off the Chatter Daddy. One thing about the Chatter Daddy that I love is that you can toss this thing without trailer on it, which I'm doing right here. And again, I've used that jig just to scout out any laydowns, structure that I might get snagged on. As I said, you can throw it without a lure or trailer on it, but I figured I might as well go and put a trailer on it. Why not? Just a little bit of extra presentation. I will say you do got to be careful with anything that is skirted, just because sometimes it's a little bit much for the fish. Yeah, I hook my trailers up a little bit uniquely at times. Some people like to just straight thread it on. Sometimes I'll go through the nose just to give it a little bit more wiggle and giggle. But boom, toss that. Oh no. And I realized I tossed it right onto some structure underneath this tree sunken right here, which is a pain in the butt, as you all know.
That's so annoying.
Flick it all you want. Like I said, just put it on. It's a $5 lure, but I hate losing these things and I lose a lot of them. So, decided to go after it, which is also a pain in the butt. Zoom through it just because I don't want you guys to have to go through the painful experience like I had to. But a whole lot of rowing, which I'm not great at. A whole lot of drifting because I didn't want to anchor. And just a lot of back and forth, just rowing and drifting and getting lost on the Potomac. A lot of spinning around. Yeah, didn't really have a plan for getting this lure back other than just determination to get it back. So, kind of testing that 12-pound test a little too much. That's my leader, using it as a kind of a string to pull me in. But it withstood, so it did its job. Yeah, when you snag, I think the biggest thing to just do is be patient. Take it slow. Make sure you organize your boat and your tackle boxes. Keep things out of your way. It just helps make things a little bit easier on you, because the more you get all crossed up and tangled, the harder it gets. So, it's a word from the wise through my own learning experience. And I got it back. Brand new Chatter Daddy, did not want to lose that thing. Hook it, leave it to the side. No more, no mas. Plop it down, call it quits. So this guy right here and this kid are running by. I saw them earlier. This guy's a genius. Brought his own trolling motor, something he got off Amazon. Stuck it on the back of the rowboat. Saved him a ton of time. No running around trying to figure out how to row the boat, just straight to fishing and fun. I'm actually asking him right here, like, what is he throwing? Because I just didn't get a bite all day. And he tells me a couple split shots, and some hooks. That's all you needed just to get down in the water column. So, word to the wise, ask around, see what people are doing, especially if they're catching. Ask for advice, and then remember to work up and down the water column for a more successful fishing day. That is it. Thank you for tuning in to the inaugural YouTube shot from Big West Banking. Give me suggestions and feedback in the comments below. Again, looking forward to having this be a growing experience, and you guys take it easy. Have a great day.
Night lines.
This cake will make you show up.